Oh my God. It- um, one of my worst Saturdays, Saturday evenings in a long time. Technology sometimes is not my friend. It says on my screen here on the laptop that it's live now, so I'm hoping it's live. Hey, dude, Iltenda. What's your name, man? Do I know your name? I was supposed to go live like at about an hour ago. Hey, man. Hey, Jack. Oh, hey, Eltenda. What's your name? Not your just your handle. Fabrizio. Hey, what's up, Fabrizio? Cool to know your name. More Atlantic. Yes, of course. I agree. Totally agree. More Atlantic. I have to get more Atlantic as well. But it's so expensive right now though to get um Atlantic. But I'm collecting the 132nd scale. I should probably go to the 172nd scale because it's a lot less expensive. And the sculpts on the Atlantic, same with Matchbox from the 70s, I think looks better in 172nd scale. So I should probably, especially the Wild West or the Far West story, they call them, I should get more of those in 172nd scale. See, I never done a live before. I'm using my action cam for this. Nothing else worked. I was trying different cameras and OBS studio and stuff, and it's just crazy. But now I think this is working. Born in Italy. Oh, I see. Where in Italy were you born, man? I had one of my childhood friends was Paolo Gori. He was from. Are you buying? Are you buying, Fabrizio? Are you buying a lot of Britain's detail right now? I think you said you bought some on one of my last videos, right? I don't even know what to do on the live. What do you do? Sing and dance? Uh, Oh, in Venice. I went to Venice when I was 15, when I graduated from junior high school. We went on a bus trip, the whole school, to Venice and Switzerland, I think it was, for like 5 or 6 days. I think we're only in Venice in for one day or 2 days, maybe. It was very interesting being 15, 16 and be able to buy wine in the shop. I like that. Oh yeah, that's right. You said you got the Japanese. You're right. Yeah, I'm getting some Japanese as well. I'm trying to make a fantasy Britons. They call them play base. I have the one, the European one, but I found one that was the Safari or something like that. Play base, the vacuum form. So I'm trying to make a imaginary play base Pacific with Japanese and U.S. infantry for that, or Marines, I should say. Yeah, they're really really nice. Hey, Ronald McDonald. I gotta read this at the same time. Do you only do vintage? Have you seen armies in plastic? Newer from the. I think I've seen armies in plastic, but it's I don't look that much at the stuff from the US because it gets so expensive with shipping and customs and taxes to get them here. So it's usually not worth it. But a lot of those look really good, like Toy Soldier San Diego, like you said, Armies in Plastic. I think you can find some of those on eBay in Europe. But there's so much stuff to collect, and yeah, and there's a lot of good 1/72nd scale modern uh, production of World War II figures. I want to get as well. See, I gotta keep up with the um, with the chat. Like I said, I don't know how you do this, but and I don't even know what to talk about. I had nothing interesting to show. I'm just having a beer on a Saturday night. Figure I'd just hang out with some friends on YouTube. And then one of these days, maybe this will become a serious live stream or something like that. But was that? No, it's not Prips. It's Mariestad. I don't drink Prips. That's for children. I like this one. It's like not a light, not a dark beer, and it works well for barbecue as well as just having a beer, and then with food and everything. So it's a good everything kind of a beer. So what Fabrizio? So you have like a desert? There's the one coming up. No. Oh, yeah. I think I saw that display you did. Wasn't it like with the mountain and some bunkers and stuff like that? So you have desert and jungle coming up as well. Cool. Uh, Flags to go with your nuns. Then what? Nuns? Danish spell checker. I'm not even sure what you mean. uh, Original weapons for my Britons figure, they are missing them. Yeah, you mean that the one arm is missing? Because I mean the Britons had the one arm that you can move. Do I have one? Yeah, this is the German one. If I can grab it. So you mean like the arm like this with the weapon is missing, or is it like the knights or those, because there were a lot of times they're missing their swords or clubs and axes and stuff. Uh, uh, uh. See, I just gotta keep up with this. See what. Yeah, so with the weapons, I don't. I mean, it's. I guess it's eBay as always. Oh, so you got a lot of stuff there, huh, Fabrizio? A lot of. Uh, yeah. Okay. Let's see what else is there. Good lord, they go for, yeah. Some sets are FX sets are ridiculous money, like the first paratroop. I even, oh, I don't know if I can grab it here, but the brown box with the first type Paris. I actually found the real first box, the blue one, but without the window. A guy in Germany had it, and we were talking price. He was asking 1,000 euros. Uh, and I'm not sure. Maybe I'd go as far as 600 euros, which would be pretty inexpensive. I just can't justify getting the same set I already have. Actually, I have two of the first type Paras in the brown box, so I would actually be paying then 1,000 euros for a beat up box because I already have the figures. So it kind of makes no sense. And that's always the thing with collecting. Do you collect everything, or do you collect things that are fun, and you sometimes at a certain time you just say enough is enough? Like I with Battle Kings, I did a video on those. I only collect pretty much the armor. uh, Not only it's not only World War II armor, but I don't collect all the other stuff, the more fantasy stuff they released later. But I might start doing it anyways. 'Cause the airplane carrier thing is kind of cool, and so I try to limit that. Anyways, I gotta. The knights are missing their weapons. Yeah, I know that's the same thing with all the time with that. So I just, but I mean, you can get the Britain's knights for pretty inexpensive. So I just keep buying a bunch of them. I get lots. I bought one that was like 24 something, 25 knights, and I think maybe 80% of them had their swords and axes and stuff. So it's not even worth it. I think trying to find someone selling the weapons loose, because you can buy the figures with the weapons for not that much more. So I would just get more of them. And if you have the ones you had as a kid and you want to restore them with a weapon or something, I would do the same thing. Just get the full figure and just steal the sword from that one and put on your childhood Britain's knight. I think that's just a lot easier. Wait, I gotta go back here and see where is I missing something. uh, if you could only keep one thing, what would it be? It would be the Matchbox steering go. Always, it's my favorite toy, and now I have three of them, and two at least is in working order. The last one I'm not sure because I haven't put batteries in it yet. But even if it's not in working order, it's a pretty easy setup. It's a simple setup, you should say. So it shouldn't be that hard to fix. you could probably get, even if the motor for the little wheels that spin the whole thing, if that's busted, I mean, you should be able to get a replacement motor, a new one, similar, pretty easily. So that I would keep that. But one thing I wanted to do a video on, as far as collecting and not, because I go kind of nuts with this sometimes. I think if someone wanted to start collecting, let's say Airfix toy soldiers, I wouldn't get a lot of stuff. I would get, because most of us have both 1/32nd scale and 1/72nd scale. So I would get like a catalog from like the year that you were kind of most into it when you were a kid. I would get the catalog and would get maybe one or two sets at the most of 1/32nd scale, 1/72nd scale, because that's good enough. You put it on the shelf somewhere. It doesn't use up all that much space. And then when you have friends over your own age, they'll be like, "Whoa!" And you'll look through the catalog, and it would be as much of a nostalgia trip as having like 200 boxes, because it just gets kind of too much. And it's a nice, clean little setup, just having a small collection like that. And you could do that with Matchbox, just a few cars that you remember, and then a catalog or two. I think that would be like kind of a perfect thing. Anyways, let me check. There's a lot of comments. Let's see. Oh yeah, expensive. Yeah, like you said, the Airfix sets are expensive. Some of them, but if you keep checking Marketplace, and you keep checking eBay, or if you have other local uh, auction sites, you'll run across most of the sets, at least the Target boxes, for a fair price, like not more than 20, 30 pounds. 30, 35 euros or US, something like that. You should be able to get most at not that expensive. Let's say you said you're in the UK looking for the Britons. Yeah, then you should get Britain's Details Nights for like dirt cheap. If you go to any of the toy fairs, they'll have like just stacks of them. You can buy them pretty inexpensive and get the weapons there, or just the figures. Uh, Yeah, the nuns with with the adult toy. It's such a weird little set though, and, yeah, but I guess it's a candle. I guess we can all agree on that now, so we keep everything in line, and child safe. Uh Most viewers. I have most viewers from England, UK, and then after that, it's the US, and then a bunch of different European countries, Germany and like that. But England is UK, I should say, as it states that. I don't know. I like to call it England because England is England. But the whole UK, it's most of my view. I think it's like 35% of my viewers are from the UK. Hey, we are live. Yes, we are. Renegade Renegade Leader one. Yeah, thanks for liking the channel. I like it too. It's kind of fun. It's a fun thing to do. Interesting. I have Action Man Police and Scalextrics Police. I'm not sure what you mean. Scalextrics, Action Man are the big ones. Scalextrics were the 1/32nd scale figures. Yeah, I mean, like you says, Lurky says, I have some Britons I've owned since the late 50s. I know there are a lot out there that look better, but they will always be my yeah. I mean, your toys, doesn't matter how beat up they are, always are better than buying new ones in the box. I'm so glad I have quite a few of my old toys, even though my toy cars, I was pretty careful with them, but I mean, through just playing with them for many years, they get kind of, yeah, scuffed and everything. And then my mom took him out to our summer house, and to let my younger cousins and other kids visiting use them. And then my son, who's now 18, when he was 5, 6 years old, he got to use them, and I left them out in the sandbox when we lived in the house. over the winter, so they got kind of, yeah, you get that metal fatigue with die-cast vehicles, where they even if you try to store them properly, sometimes, yeah, the metal is just like pot metal, pretty cheap, so they kind of get fragile. So I kind of screwed up that way with my old toy cars that I had, but I still have them, and I wouldn't trade them for anything. If I had to, get rid of everything, and someone said you can choose between some of the nice minty Matchbox in a box you have, and throw away your old toy cars that are beat up, I'll keep my old toy cars, and any time, any day. It's not a question even. So yeah, yeah, and that's why I like to buy, when I buy toys. I don't know if I have any here. Yeah, but like just a catalog here, and it says uh it's some kind of it says toy, it's like a toy shop or something like that. And it says 4 kroner. So anything that has a price sticker like that on it, to me, is worth a lot, because it just I know it's from Sweden. It gets more local. It could be something I could have bought. Uh, it, Otherwise, I get some stuff that says, any other currency, and then like this, I even have my own. This is my old Merclean catalog, and look how worn it is. I got this one brand new when I was a kid, and I looked through this so much that it's just all worn for just one kid looking through it. Anyways, I gotta check the comments again. Sorry. um I have a steer and go in a plain box with a red Vida Beetle car. Had a 20 plus year from cardboard cell. Has in a plain box. I'm not sure. Some stuff that was sold in the U.S. Matchbox, like the container port, there was a version of it that had like a simpler box, but it still had some kind of a, almost like the Britons have on their like the battleground play thing. It's just a cardboard box with a printed, thing glued on there. So I'm not sure if that's what you have for your steer and go. Uh, uh, Blimey, I left. Thought you sacked it. I mean, you thought I sacked the live thing? Yeah, I almost did, because it was such a pain setting it up. God dang technology. I think it's like 2026. It should be just plug and play, but no, it's not. Uh, yeah, if you paint your 1/32nd scale, it detracts from the value, but who cares? There's plenty of them out there to buy, and I really enjoy. I was thinking about starting collecting, buying painted toy soldiers here in Sweden from that auction site that I buy things, and trying to buy them from someone that's selling their old toys, and I can ask them, where you from, when did you paint them, and everything, and kind of make like a little. If I if this YouTube channel ever would take off, I wanted to make like a small rent a space and make like a small museum, and it would be so cool to have someone's like let's say it's uh, Charles Anderson from Vetlanda, and he painted these Germans and these commandos when he was 9 years old in 1975. Imagine having all that. It's not a valuable collection as far as monetary goes, but it's so cool to keep. When people, I can't keep these toy soldiers anymore, it doesn't have any value to me. It just would be so cool to have everybody's, but a lot of different guys toy soldiers that they painted when they were a kid, and just keep them like that. It would be a different kind of a collection, I think, with a lot more nostalgic value than monetary value. So yeah, I paint your figures. I mean, you paint them or play with them. You do whatever you want, and the whole collecting community is so divided. And should you paint your Airfix toy soldiers, do whatever you want, man. It's your toy soldiers. Uh, wait, I can't keep up. Red boxes on sale on eBay. You mean red Airfix red boxes? They're releasing some 1/32nd scale, maybe once in June, I think, Airfix, or now it's Hornby. So there's going to be the hard plastic ones. Uh, I'm getting low on data. All right, Ronald, catch you later, man. Plastic work. Just picked up 3 Airfix sets. That's good. We have a plastic soldier show in October. I might try to attend. It's supposed to be good. Yeah, you should. I wish we had toy soldier shows here. There's nothing. Let's see further down. Netherlands. I think mooie benen or something like that. Nice legs. Mooie benen. What's the most money you have spent on something? You mean toy soldiers or just in general? One year I spent almost 10,000 euros on guns. I bought 4 AR platforms in 1 year. But as far as toys go, what did I spend the most on? I was bidding. I didn't get it. I was bidding last week on the Airfix Ferguson tractor on a Swedish website. Pretty much complete, not mint. The box was so good though. I had to bail out about 580 pounds, and the guy that beat me paid 600 pounds. So I think he could probably get, if he sold it in England, he'll get at least 1,000 pounds. Maybe not right now with the stock market and the fuel prices being what they are. I can tell right now that things are not selling that well on auction sites. But I can't remember. Yeah, let me think about it for a little bit. I'll think about what the most expensive thing I bought. Yeah, maybe that's several things. So I bought the Atlantic 1/32 scale set from a guy in England, and I paid about 800-900 pounds for that collection, though. But there was a whole bunch of boxes. Hmm. Uh, I went to the Gettysburg show 2 weeks ago. No? Okay, so plastic is taking over. The thing is, me. I don't know much about the modern toy figure collecting. I wouldn't call them almost toy soldiers because they're more like toy figures, toy collectible figures painted already. But maybe plastic is taking over. But then again, I think resin will be taking over, and that's probably going to be my next video. I have a new resin printer. I'm going to print some 1/32 scale toy soldiers uh, on my own. Uh, do you have any Mark soldiers? I'm not sure if I have Marks or Timmy. I want to get Marks, but I don't know anything about them, so it's so difficult. And also buying them off, I can't buy them locally, so buying them off eBay, I don't know what's original or recast because there's so much recast. I don't know what sets they made or nothing, but I'm thinking maybe Plastic General, Christian Aldo. One of these days, I'll ask him to help me out because he knows a lot about this. And I figure everybody on here should already be subscribed to the Plastic General channel. And if you're not, you should. Yeah, and also Paul Knapp is a good channel. And also one channel you should check out that's kind of off the beaten path, but it's a lot of fun. It's Iggy's Toy Soldier Show. Check out Iggy. He's a cool guy. I like him. Uh, doesn't keep the production value really high, but if you don't mind that, it's really cool. He's got stuff that I can't get over here in Sweden, so it's a lot of fun. There's some cool channels out there. I started collecting in the mid 90s and have seen so many vehicles and figures that I have. Keep up the good work. Okay, so we're collecting the same kind of thing then. That's cool. Great to see you live. I collect a few Airfix in Britain, but mainly Action Man. Yeah, I want to collect Action Man as well, but I don't know anything about it, so I really have to get my head around that. Hannah mentioned 53 nostalgia now is important to me. Thank you for your inspiration. Yeah. Maybe I guess maybe nostalgia can help dementia because I know music helps as well, and yeah. I'm losing track. Losing track of this. All plastic airfits release annoy me. I don't like getting factory fresh figures already, but I know that's kind of a shame. I think they're pretty good though with replacing them. I don't know how long that takes. And you shouldn't buy them as toy soldiers. You should buy them as toy figures, models to paint. And for that, they're really good, I think, because it's so easy to clean off the mold lines, and they take paint so much better. So they're a lot more fun to paint. And also, if you display them, if you display the old ones, the soft ones, as soon as you started touching them and you move something around, the flexibility of the figures makes the paint just chip. So yeah, I keep most of my old Airfix non-painted, and I started painting when I found the hard plastic new Airfix ones. I started painting those, and it's a lot of fun actually. I like those, painting those a lot better. You can put them side by side. My older brother used to make forts for our toy soldiers out of heavy cardboard and toilet paper rolls. I wish I had them now. They were so, yeah, it would be cool too if you still had those. But yeah, when you make your own stuff, parents tend to kind of chuck them after a while, and they don't hold up to play that well, so they get kind of beat up. So I like Iggy. Yeah, cool. Deep red O like Iggy. I like Iggy as well. I remember when I got a Matchbox steering go, I was so excited to drive. I was content with steering just the lighter. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe mine. I realized there's supposed to be a light on there under where the magnet is. I'm not sure mine is working though. Maybe I could see if there's any way to put in a LED light in there that's actually even stronger, because I never drove those in the dark, so it would be kind of neat if you had the light and you can actually dim the lights and see. It almost looks like the car's headlights. It's such a cool toy. I really, really like it. Anyone remember Evil Knievel toys? Yeah, we didn't have any of that in Sweden. I think that's mainly US, maybe UK as well had some Evil Knievel. Yeah, I see Peter Cushing. Yeah, isn't there a video on him on YouTube with his Toy Story collection that he's painting? Peter Cushing, I think there is. Drink and go. Yeah, cheers. I gotta keep it up. It's almost bedtime. Yeah, this got later than I was expecting. It's 10:20 p.m. over here now. What is your Holy Grail toy? Ooh, Holy Grail toy. That's so difficult. I mm, yeah, this is really stupid. It's not even a great toy. Sometimes I really like, gotta grab this one. Blue Box, Hong Kong manufacturer. A lot of us had these. I used to get some cheap toys like this on vacation in Sweden, just to keep our kids, us kids, happy for a minute. And it was funny back then, back in the 70s, because there was the whole distribution chain, I think, as far as toys and other things, were way different from today with Toys R Us and big brands like that, and franchise toy companies, toy stores. So if I was here in almost the central part of Sweden, and we went to the southern part of Sweden every other summer to visit relatives, they had totally different toys, or at least some different toys in the toy shops down there from over here where I lived. Like those metal pewter Bat Masterson and those figures I got. I couldn't get those here, as far as I remember. And Blue Box, I think, was the same thing. And they were also sold through mail order catalog when they wanted to get some cheaper toys in there. And I found on the Swedish auction site, I have a video somewhere where I unpack it. It's a really beat up box, and it's a Blue Box combat set. And I had this little thing here, like this little rock formation, I remember having as a kid, and I couldn't for the world remember where I got it from. It. I'm not sure if I can even find those vehicles in here now. Yeah, I can't find them, but I still have some of the Blue Box vehicles from that set. So I have actually a search that I saved on eBay which says Blue Box Hong Kong Combat Set. Every time that comes up on eBay, I get an email. And I get an email every day because there's some other toys as well that gets a hit on that for some reason. So I think that's my holy grail. And it's not really a sought after toy, and it's not a really known toy, but to me that's the one I want to get because I really really like that. Those vehicles I had, I can't really remember the toy soldiers from that set, but the vehicles and the rock formations and some other things is something I used a lot when playing with toy soldiers. And like I said, I still have some of the vehicles. So that, I think that's my holy grail. So it's not very cool and probably wouldn't be that expensive if I found it. Yeah, let's see what else. As a kid, I preferred 1/72nd scale, cheaper to paint. Yeah, 1/72nd scale. I had more of those than the 1/32nd scale as well, because they were just around a lot easier to find in hobby shops and toy shops and stuff. Oh, Robin Williams also collected. I didn't know that. I prefer one, yes, and more. And one that was to play with. I only prefer the German soldier, which is strange. Well, not that strange because I mean they had the really cool uniforms and helmets and everything. I was always an allies kind of a kid, and now when my son and I play different war games, I tend to always play as the Brits, and he always ends up playing as the Germans, and it kind of makes me worried. And he also plays as in Star Wars as the Empire. So yeah, let me know if I should be worried or not. He's so fucking good at playing war games and strategy games. It's not even fun. He started beating me when he was like 10, 11 at that Star Wars X-Wing game. So it's not even fun. Let's see. It says something about marks here. If you buy Mark's Battleground, they'll book it with. If you buy the Mark's Battleground, yeah, I'll book it. I don't understand that one. Yeah, I want to get the Mark's Battlegrounds, but getting those to Sweden is going to be so expensive. It's going to be crazy. I don't even know how I see how many people are in the chat. How do I see it? Oh, there's 65 over there. All right, cool. There's a lot of people. Don't you have anything better to do? Come on, guys. It's Saturday evening. You should be in a bar somewhere. I got my bar right here. Britain's made great soldiers, sold out, but expensive. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, the Germans have better kit as well, of course. But I guess one of the soldier weapons, not the bigger weapons, the kind of one was a part of winning the Second World War was the M1 Garand, I think, because it was semi-automatic instead of the Car 98. So I think that was a big part. So the US had some nice kit as well. Yeah, yeah, you're right. I haven't reviewed the Italians. I don't know why. I have a set. I only have the 14-piece box. I gotta review that one. There's some pretty nice figures in there. It's not like the greatest set they ever made, and I wish there had been a few more poses in that set. That would make it even better. But I like the officer. He's a very cool officer in that set. So I'm gonna have to get around doing that. Um, let's see the blue box. Where did I go? There's a blue box incomplete set on eBay now for $39.99. Okay, we're in the live stream right now. I'm going on eBay. What? Okay, I have to look for that. Oh my God, the Empire. I know what an evil kid I have, and he's actually the best kid ever. Um, uh, just got Italians by accident. How can it be? How can it be an accident to get such an expensive kit? Okay, I got a Ferrari last night. It was an accident, but yeah, beer and eBay. I make some accidents happen as well, for sure. I wish I could still paint. I had an oral cancer cernic, hold my head down any length of time. Oh, that's a bummer, man. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. I'm 57 now. I'm starting slowly to feel certain things, not as far as painting and stuff like that, but as far as the military stuff I do. Uh, we went to the combat school a couple of years ago, and it was like a 28-year-old guy that was trying to beat me. We're doing like a competition with the carbines, and we doing the what's it called, the wall with the, yeah, and on steel targets. And he was like 27, 28, and I went up against it 2 times, and I was so tired. We've been there for like a week, um, doing some carbine training and classes and stuff. But I beat him both times, though. Freaking kid, I got him. Because as soon as that timer goes off, beep, the whole body, it just goes away and it's all combat mode. It's a lot of fun. But yeah, I see what you're saying. I can see missing painting figures. Um, War game. Did Orson Welles write war game manuals? That's cool. Every episode looks like you're running out of storage space. Yeah, I'm running out of storage space. Um, will that be a problem for the channel? No, it's not going to be a problem for the channel. I'll just stack things higher. Um, Britain space toys, really good. Started in the UK. Yeah, I've seen those. The ones, the green and the yellow ones that you can kind of put together like that. And there's quite a few of those up on the Swedish auction site. But he wants a lot of money for them, and I have no connection to them. I never saw them as a kid, so I can buy stuff like that just because they're interesting and fun. But when they're that expensive, it's really hard because um oh yeah, so you got a vodka and soda in hand. Elvis, I guess you mean Elvis singing uh in bar below flat. All cool. Too early to go out. Yeah. I'm visiting Scandinavia for the first time in a few months. Sweden or Denmark. Can you recommend any stores to find 1970s toys? Nah, no, there's nothing here. It's a wasteland as far as 1970s toys. 80s and 90s, there's quite a few shops and a few fairs, toy fairs as well for that. But I think Swedes are not collectors, really. There's not a huge collectors market for almost anything over here. I think we just it's it's too cold. We gotta spend our money on gas and wood to keep us warm. It's really a wasteland as far as collecting up here. Southern Sweden a little bit better, but 1970s toys, nah. I think you're gonna strike out on that, unfortunately. Got Uzu and a cigar. Times are changing. They always are changing, actually. So why too old to wear? Born in '69 also. I'm ex-forces, so I care not. I don't know what you don't care about. That's cool. Uh, Gotta smoke. Just don't want to incriminate. Okay. Seller on eBay told me they were Rush. Wait, I gotta go back. Hello from New Zealand. Hello, New Zealand. That's kind of pretty much the opposite sides of the planet from Sweden. I hope I'm not missing comments here. Timpo, yeah, Timpo is awesome. Uh, they're they're so cool because they're so quirky. I got a lot of these are my Britain stuff. These are all I have this cabinet I gotta show sometime. These are all my old Britain's toy soldiers, or actually I should say knights. I had a lot of knights, but I have, yeah, there's some Timpo knights in there as well. But so this is the cabinet behind me that I had as a kid. My sister took it over when I moved to the US, or even before that, and then repainted it, and I got it back. So now I actually have my old toys in the cabinet I had in my childhood room when I was 9, 10 years old. But yeah, there's a lot of Timpo in here. I really like them. They're cool, and they're so funny with all their. You can make them the strangest poses and figures. I like him. Timpo is awesome. Born in one, two, cheers. I'll make it a double. You better, man. Uh, Jerry, it's a delight to see you. Well, Not everybody says that all the time, but when I get to with the school where I work with high school kids, they're not always delighted to see me. No, they're not, they are. Um, uh, wait, oh, this is so difficult. I'm sorry. It's on. I'm almost 2,000 years old. Okay, so your toys were like rocks. Uh, it's a wasteland. Haha. Yes, it's a wasteland. Wait, what happened now? No, I. Oh man, I'm so bad with this. For your first live, great job. Hopefully, it gets better though. How's the Britain's military collection coming along? Yeah, it's expensive. So little by little. I just recently bought another of the battlegrounds, not complete, but in box with a lot of figures because I want to try to put together, like I did with the Airfix combat packs, put together like two or maybe even three of those Britain's vacuum form battlegrounds bases. So I have one. I'm gonna do an unboxing in that and try to put it together. So it's slow, but I'm working on it. Yes, you should do live again. Next time, let people know. Yeah, I know. This was just kind of a spur of the moment thing. I was trying to do a video on the 3D printer I got. And I just figured, hey, man, it's Saturday evening. I was thinking about doing a live video actually doing live videos for a long time. And then YouTube said, hey, today it's 4 years since you started your YouTube you sorry, I gotta go YouTube channel. So I figured that'd be a good day to do my first live video. I'll try to get it more organized, maybe in the community thing. See if people have questions and want to see things that I can kind of plan to show in a live video, live stream, make it more organized than this. But it's just I just wanted to just talk to you guys and drink a beer. Such a wonderful country. I don't know if you mean Sweden, but I guess like Monty Python said, Finland, 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 the country where I want to be. Pony trekking and something. Only second to Belgium when going abroad. So Finland, I think you mean. Swap it, British infantry, World War II. I think they're pretty. Yeah, all those. Yeah, all the old English toy soldiers are really neat. Best knights from Britons, yeah, they're good, and I guess they're all Ron Cameron sculpts as well. So yeah, Britain's always expensive. Uh, yeah, gap in my collection, Airfix 132nd scale multiples, but I have a few somewhere, not here, and I'm getting the rest, but I'm not sure how I'm supposed to do those videos because I have them um, on the sprue still. But I figure I just because there are plenty of those to go around on auction sites and stuff. So I'm not, ruining like a historical artifact if I take them off the sprues. So I figured it would be kind of neat to put those together with the bases and trying to find a base coat that would look. Let's say if I do the British infantry, try to find the same green color as the British infantry from the plastic soldiers and see how it would have been if we got more poses and with like the multi-pose figures. Maybe that would be a good idea. And they're really nice figures. I had some when I was a kid as well. Recommend Action Fan for Action Man figures. So that's a website, I guess, then that's called Action Fan. I gotta check that out. New Zealand, no deadly predators. Well, apart from the biker gangs. Are there biker gangs in New Zealand? Come on. I thought it was all like Bag End and Lord of the Rings over there. Let's see. I wish I had to do. Me too. Nah, nah, nah. You're doing good. I hope I'm doing good. Thanks, man. Uh, oh, you mean with the live stream? Yeah, we're doing all right. Recommend. Yeah, you're. I want to build an army of Citadel fantasy miniatures, but my eyesight's too bad. Oh, you mean those the old Dungeons and Dragons figures, the tin ones, the cast ones? Those are really really nice, and they're very expensive now. Let's see. Your mountain so lofty, your tree is so tall. Finland, Finland, Finland. Finland has it all. Such a great song, man. So much fun. Toy shoulder medical kit. The nurse is holding up a syringe. At least that's what I thought. Well, it's kind of thick though. And why would she be holding it up like this? Maybe to check it or something. But I think it's a candle. But with Atlantic, you never know. It could still be an adult toy. We really don't know. But I think since she's holding it up like that, I think maybe it's like a candle she's holding up for someone to do some kind of medical procedure in because it's war, Second World War, and there's not electricity readily available, and gas lighting and stuff like that. So I'm thinking a candle to light up something as far as a medical procedure, but it could be a syringe as well. Let's see what is it. Happy 4-year anniversary. Thank you. Your mount. Oh, okay. I hope to see you on Paul Knapp show. Yeah, me too. I like Paul, man. It was fun. It kind of ended up not being about Toy Soldier as much as I think both me and Paul had wanted, and I asked to have Christian and uh, what's how can I remember forget someone's name? Oh, this is so stupid. Anyways, um, just to get some more people in there. But maybe me and Paul can do like a live thing one of these days. That would be kind of cool. G'day, mate. Another Kiwi watching. Cool, man. But but the 1,000 kilometers border with the Ruskies. Oh, you mean Finland? Yeah, they not Sweden. We don't have any borders. But yeah, Finland has a big border with Russia. Hello from Finland. Terve. Saatana ruotsalainen. That's all I know in Finnish. Greetings from Florida. I mean, we're all over the planet now. Still have a 1970 Britain's Waterloo. Oh, that's nice. British infantry, about 100 of them. Only thing I kept from my childhood. Well, that's a pretty good thing to keep from your childhood. That's good enough, man. That's really cool. So, okay, so there are biker gangs in New Zealand. Okay. I have so many Britain sets now. I have now started on color and weapon variation. Then you have a lot of Britons. I also have nearly every version of the motorbikes. You're missing a couple. Yeah, you got a good Britain's collection then. I'm not even close. Mega Green. 2 days ago. What's all Eastern Front? Oh, okay. That's supposed to be a pretty good move. That all quiet on the Eastern Front. I was in Auckland. The drive from airport to city is panoramic, jaw dropping. Maybe I should go. It's a bit far for me. I'm still wanting to go to England to go to Sandown Park Toy Fair and buy more Matchbox and Corgi diecast cars. Yeah. So how long have you been doing this? 48 minutes and 30 seconds. I don't know. Did we have enough? Or is there any questions about my like the collection or stuff? Or are we just hanging out? I don't know. We could do whatever. I guess it's our live chat. So am I running out of beer? Yeah, almost. It's the last one. So what else? What can we talk about? Hi, I just like to say I love the kits you show. Bring back, yeah. Glad you like it. There's a lot of people that like it. Actually, it's a lot of fun with this channel. 4 years, I would say maybe 10,000 comments, maybe, and I think maybe out of those, maybe 5 were negative or like mean, and everybody says social media. It's such a shit show with people just being for me, with everybody, you guys watching and commenting, it's been a lot of fun. It's so much. It's Yeah, the comments are just, it's so awesome. There's so many stories I get to read of childhood memories, and I one day I should probably write like a book, my YouTube comments, because there's and I really wish people would write more. I know you're just watching YouTube and having a fun time, but it's so much fun to read stories about uh, childhood stories about going to grandparents, and every time going there, getting to go to the toy shop and getting a set of toy Airfix toy soldiers or Matchbox cars and stuff like that. It's a lot of fun. I didn't expect that when starting this YouTube channel, that it would be so much positive comments. And when I do this AI thing that YouTube have that can kind of like analyze your channel, it says that I have a really high number of positive comments on my channel and my videos, which is fun because otherwise I wouldn't do this. That would suck. So thanks to everybody just being so nice. Because it's nice to get nice comments. Let's see what else is in here. Um, uh, let's see. Oh, I got another. Can you show us the Britain metal medieval knights? I guess that's Britain's, but you mean like the early ones? I don't have any early ones. I have just the plastic ones on the metal base. And like I said, this whole thing from the cabinet is just my old ones. It even it says J JH on the bottom here. I'm not gonna tell my last name, but it says Jerry and my last name. Because when I brought this to like school or kindergarten, my mom didn't want other kids to steal them, so she put my name, or my initials, I should say, on the bottom. Or if I went to play with friends. So here we got a plastic. I guess this a Timpo plastic one. So she put JH on the bottom. Yeah, can't find any more though. So if you go to play with friends and they also had the same type of cowboys or knights or soldiers, sometimes our moms would put our initials with the pen on the bottom there, so you don't get them mixed up. Actually, it was a friend of mine. His mom came over. We had played with Airfix 132nd scale toy soldiers in my room. And his mom came over and said, my friend was very upset because I had stolen one of his German infantry machine gunners. And I was like, what? I mean, why would I steal just one machine gunner? It's ridiculous. But we went through the cabinet like I have there, and of course, in the few of the drawers I had with 132nd scale soldiers, his machine gunner was in there, so it was just a mistake. But yeah, he was very upset, and his mom was very mad that I stole his German infantry machine gunner. And they were a special bunch, that family, though. So let's see, where are we in the comments? You are such a good presenter. Nah, I'm not. I'm just a guy, man. But thank you for saying that, though. Which is your single most favorite Airfix set and why? Oh, we've been through this. There's a few. I can't really pick one though. 1/32nd scale, 1/72nd scale. It's the German paratroopers. I had that set, and that box art to me. Let's see, do I have it here? The German paratroopers. Here it is. I have one. I actually have a few that's still in plastic. This one, and then opening this set and getting these figures because they were so good in 1/72nd scale. I know Christian Aldo, Plastic General, hates the these sculpts. They're by not Ron Cameron's Staden, lost his first name. This is my favorite 1/72nd scale set, and my 1/32nd scale set is British Commandos. It gotta be British Commandos for some reason. I don't know why, but sometimes you don't know why. It's just because I had a few of them and they were so cool. The Battle of Hoth, 2 sets for the big game, great miniatures. I'm not sure what you mean. Uh, Tack för en bra kanal. Kolla varje vecka i Jakobsberg, Stockholm. Tjena grabben, läget? Jakan, är du från Jakan grabben? Schysst. I'm not sure what you mean with the Battle of Hoth. Let me know. And at Andy, okay. Do your corgi tanks still have their red bullets with them? No, not the ones I had as a kid. I only had the Tiger tank, and I don't still have that one, the bullets for that one. But we know everybody used matchsticks, just broke them off, or toothpicks. Because we all lost those things. Have you ever seen Matchbox suit kit? Yeah, I've seen those. And there's one for the Sea Kings. There's a guy in Germany on eBay that has it that wants like 300 euros or something, 350 euros for it or something. And I mean, they're kind of, when you open them up, they're not even straight because, I mean, they're a soft case. So it's kind of a shit toy, but they're really cool. And I can see, being a kid, it would be so nice to have one of those to put your Matchbox diecast in there and then go over to your friend and then set it up and play with it. It looks cool, but they're so expensive. And I think I usually see them on eBay in the US, not so much in Europe. And I think they were mostly a US, because Matchbox, I mean, they were huge in the US back in the 60s and 70s. And that was a huge market. And it seems that just like some of the toys were more focused on that market. And that's also when, like, when Britons did their detail line, they didn't produce the first set of World War II figures, weren't Germans and British troops. They were German and US infantry, because most of their sales were in the US back then in the late 60s, early 70s. So, no matter what country you're from, you're going to focus on the market where you're selling the most. Have you? Hello from Manchester. Where are you? I'm here, man. Where are you? Are you in Manchester? I love Tamaya kits. I'm in Sweden. I mean, not far from Stockholm, about an hour from Stockholm. Yeah, of course, we all love Tamaya kits. They changed everything. Yeah. Comparing to Airfix, they just went above everything, and they're great. And when you buy an old Tamiya kit, I'm not a big scale modeler, but when I read on the internet, if you buy like a early 70s Tamiya kit with the old tooling, they're still really good. If you buy an old Airfix kit, people don't like them all that much anymore with the old tooling. So yeah, I mean, they were, Japanese. They were perfect. They went out to tank museums to measure everything. They went to like aeronautic airplane museum I mean, they just did their homework. So they were such great models. And all the catalogs were so cool when they were painting up, and you got to see like all the different units that you can buy for riding in your half track or riding on top of your tank. The catalogs from Tamiya were amazing. For only $1 a day, Jared can buy more stuff we can look at. Uh, you mean if everybody paid $1 a day? Yeah, sure. Then I could buy. But I try to get by with the money I have. But I started a membership thing. I don't think I made it live yet. I'm not going to do like a membership thing where certain things are closed for non-members. I would just use it for like a support thing if someone wanted to support the channel. It gets pretty expensive. But the thing with, if you have a YouTube channel like this with collectibles, the market will be up and down, but at least all the stuff I buy is not useless. Like if you have a channel reviewing the latest tech. You get the latest iPhone, you open it up, and you do like your YouTube video. It's like worth half what you paid for it. Now, last few years, the market for a lot of these toys were kind of high, and now we're getting into like a post recession that's even worse than the recession we had. It's kind of weird. But now we have, Iran and the fuel prices, and we have the stock market, and everybody's just, I'm trying to sell my Land Rover Defender. And 5 years ago, I would have sold it like that for the price I'm asking. Today, it's kind of not happening. And the same with toys. So with today's market, overpaid for almost everything I have, but I didn't, because they're cool and they're fun, and I get to share them with everybody. So it's worth it. And I get some income from YouTube from the advertisement. But yeah, so luckily enough, I'm at least my channel has old stuff that I can, if I wanted to, sell, if I needed to get some money. What else is there? Is, is Iggy in here? Iggy. I can't see. Someone said at Iggy. I think I still have the German paratroops. Oh, so you still have the ones, Erafa. So you still have the ones you had as a kid. That's cool. I agree on the German paratroops one second scale. I always thought the Airfix one. Luftwaffe, yeah, those ground crews are really good. I like those as a kid. The box art is really good, and all the ground crews are really cool, because it was kind of fun to get some different kind of figures, uh, especially once turning like in about 1980, turning 12, 81, 13, started to do more scale modeling than playing with soldiers. All those kits were really nice to have. And my scale modeling skills were basic, but it was still fun to make little dioramas with an airplane and having those crews and everything. You can paint them. Iggy in the house. Where is Iggy, man? Only 500 pounds. I'm not sure what that means. Mein Gott. My God. I recall a stack in London for £5 each. I'm missing what everybody's talking. It's my live stream, and I don't understand what people are talking about. This is funny. We grew older and forgot the magic. So glad you did not, Jerry. Well, you know what? If I can make you remember that, this is kind of the point of this channel, for all of us to kind of remember it. Like I said before, I don't think it's about not growing up. You have to grow up, but you can still, through these things, connect to uh, the child you were. And other things, like when I listen to Iron Maiden or Marillion or Motley Crue or something, I can connect to like the teenager I was and stuff like that. You can just kind of go back in time a little bit. It's kind of important, because like with everything, with societies and everything, we are part of a story. And if you want to, like the human race, as far as I know, no other mammals can kind of envision a future. So our envisioning the future is depending on our past. And if we have a possibility of, through nostalgia kind of uh, doesn't bring up all the bad stuff that happened, because a lot of us had bad stuff happen, big or small. And so nostalgia kind of sorts that out and makes us remember the good things. So it kind of makes us feel that, okay, even though this thing happening right now in my story moving forward is kind of rough, it's probably going to end up okay in the long run once you start reflecting back on it. So, yeah, it's good to have anything like that. Uh, Books, Tolkien, Ken Follett, Eye of the Needle, Alistair MacLean, Where Eagles Dare, just a lot of books. Bukowski. There's a lot of things to bring you back to certain parts of your life. And I think nostalgia, they did some studies on this, and people that at a workplace that got to, I can't remember the study exactly, but it was some kind of negative thoughts. They were less productive. and the ones that got to revisit, do some kind of nostalgia thing, were more productive and more lower heart rate and everything like that. So it's a good thing, though. Um, let's see what else is there. Matches are hard to find now. Surfer, okay, yeah, but you can get any any old wood thing. Uh, Scale. Oh man, this it keeps jumping up and down. Iran, what happened? I don't know what happened in Iran. I have no clue. I just heard something about it. What happened in Iran? I don't know. I just ran. I ran. Stupid. McLaren six-wheeler Scalectrics. Now you're talking. Yeah, I never got to have a Scalectrics kit. Uh, yeah, and no, not yet. I wish. I try to collect the Matchbox slot cars. Because I really remember those from the catalogs with all the cool watercolor thing with with the police car turning around and everything. It was so good. Tamiya catalogs for the win, especially for the diorama. Yeah. Oh, did Verlinden do dioramas in the Tamiya catalogs? I didn't know that. I had a few Verlinden things myself that was kind of above my ability. But yeah, Verlinden was the shit back then. That was everybody. All kids aspired to be able to build scale models like that. But it's, yeah. I had a big box and I gave it away. I still regret it. Yeah, but you gave it away. Someone enjoyed it. This live should get £4. YouTube make about a ton. Okay. I don't know. You mean if everybody happy to pay, like the Lego sets on the left side? Oh, you mean these? These are cool. Not something I would have wanted as a kid, but I really remember these. All the family thing with the different rooms. So I found these from one seller on the Swedish auction site, and just had to have them, especially for the box art. Lego is such a great toy. I really like Lego. Yes, Iggy's here. Hello, Iggy. You have a huge fan base. Yeah, I guess it's pretty big for being such a small niche thing. You helped me with my grief, Jerry. The nostalgia and joy from my memories. Yeah, I call you the Swedish chef. Comes here, little chicken. All right, cool, man. I'm really glad I can help in any kind of way with this stuff. Um, it helped me a lot as well, and it's just so nice to just every now and then just sit down here and just look at some of these things over a cup of coffee. It just brings the pulse and blood pressure down. Nostalgia was initially a Victorian name for dementia. Yeah, I think they thought it was a really bad thing. Also, it was more like a longing for home. They thought and stuff like that. And it was really bad. Um, but as far as the we call it not the medical thing, but with as far as psychology goes, I mean, we're still really learning a lot about how the brain works. So for instance, autism wasn't really even around 50 years ago. And I mean, on the whole grand scheme of things, 50 years is almost nothing. So yeah, there's a lot of things that they kind of got wrong back then. A lot of things they got right as well, though. Let's see. We got to say, yes, Iggy's here. You have a huge, there we go. So everybody should go and subscribe to Iggy's channel. I call him King of Sweden. I don't know who you mean, but Koenig, is that Koenigsegg you mean? Do you have any French 1/32 scale? Say Starlux. No, I don't have any. Someone need to educate me on this, because I know there's a lot of cool stuff out there like Starlux, and there's a lot of other what's it called, Bavarelli, and there's a lot of good stuff out there from the 60s and 70s from Europe that I have really no knowledge about. And one of these days, hopefully, I can go to like a vintage toy fair in France, and then maybe in Spain and in Italy, and meet a lot of people there that can kind of educate me on these things. Because I would really, because I love Atlantic from Italy. That my friend, when I grew up in first, second, and third grade, Paolo from Italy, he told me, we started playing with toy soldier. He said, we have a toy soldier a lot cheaper than in Sweden. So I gave him like 5 kroners, like almost no money, and I got like 2 boxes of toy soldiers when he got back from Italy. It's amazing, and I still have some of those things, even though I lost a lot of them. So when I found Atlantic on eBay, I immediately recognized the rocket launcher thing and the artillery guns, even though mine were in 1/72nd scale, and the ones I collect now is 1/32nd scale. And I really, really like Atlantic. Not every toy has to be like super perfect or the best to be a good toy. Um, so yeah, there's a lot of stuff like out there, like Starlux and everything. I'm not saying Starlux is not a good toy, but that I really need to collect and learn more about, because it was so much fun to get the whole thing. Because then I get kind of all of Europe covered with all the toys. And then in London, UK, flight deck. Yeah, the flight deck. I think it was a pretty shit toy though, wasn't it? It was, you used it for a few times, but I got both people saying that they really loved it, and some people just say that I used it like 2 or 3 times, then it just kind of got to be the same thing. But it's a great toy as far as the looks, and with the, what do you call the thing you steer the planes with, and the cockpit with all the dice and everything. I would just have used that on my bed to play like I was flying an airplane, when the toy itself wouldn't work or be interesting anymore. You were deprived. No Scalexis. Yes, I was deprived. I'm. I have to drown my sorrows from not having a Scalextrics. But I had a badass Märklin train layout that my dad built for me, though. So, and if someone would say, "Would you rather have the Scalextric, like really cool track set, or the Märklin?" I'd take the Märklin, though. But yeah, Scalextrics were nice. You can find them pretty easily here in Sweden. So, and Märklin also made slot cars at the same time in the 50s, 60s. So I want to get all those as well. But I gotta, the slot car sets takes up so much space here at home. So maybe one day, if I can rent the space, I can because that would be so neat to have a few of the Scalextric sets set up, and then have a track set up to drive, and then you have a Märklin, then you have each and every one. That would be really neat. Yep, Berlin did big displays. Oh, they did. Yeah, Berlin had 2-page spreads. It keeps jumping. I can't. Sorry, guys, but try to scroll. This laptop is not the best one. Yeah, I had some Verlinden books as well when I was a kid or a teenager, as I say, and it was just like, I wish I could have built it like that way. It was so good. Uh, so there's 3 people from Manchester. Cool. Cops soon called. Okay, so no more than 3 people from Manchester in the same room. Otherwise, it's a felony. They want you to forget the old world, old Manchester. So much to answer. Okay, so now we're talking, I guess, football teams in Manchester. I think you mean Stoke is red. The 70s was a golden age. Growing up as a boy, I wish I kept a lot of my toys. I'm 58 now. Yeah, I wish I had. My mom was really nice, though. She actually kept more than I realized. But few of the toys I wish I'd actually kept at least in better condition, and also separated, because I mixed up my 1/72nd scale Airfix toy soldiers Matchbox as well. Early collecting, early 2000, I mixed those up with stuff I collected. So that's kind of a shame because I really would have liked to have my toy soldiers from childhood separate from the ones I bought later. I have one box that is a shoe box that I found in the attic at my parents' place a few years ago that says plus soldated plastic soldiers or something. But it's that wasn't all the figures I had. I think those were the ones I didn't use as much. So that, yeah, I see what you're saying. I use electric tank tracks for my tanks. How do you do that? Okay. Did you? No, I didn't have the Tin Can Alley, but I have one now. So I haven't even tried. I kind of unpacked it, but I have to try it out. Was it a good toy? Was it fun? Someone said that you couldn't really, you had to just, because it was something with a light or something, and yeah, you really didn't aim for the cans or something like that but it's interesting to see if mine is actually working and if it's a cool toy. I'm drinking, have to go. Thank you, Jerry. Love your channel. All right, cool, man. Be safe out there drinking. You're going to need a bigger room. I need to get a bigger everything apartment place. Do you have any German made? No, I don't have any German made castles, but I want to get some of that as well. Especially, it's very interesting when growing up in the 70s with East and West Germany and Sweden being heavily on the socialist side. We imported a lot of stuff from East Germany, actually. So you get a lot of the wooden Wild West buildings and castles and stuff. And there, I can't remember. There's something it says, because I guess the East German government kind of took over some factories, and then, yeah, I don't know the whole story, but I'm gonna get into that more. We're gonna need a bigger boat. Yep. All right, guys. I'm getting tired. Watching the right out there was good. Do you have any Nintendo Game and Watch? It? No, I don't have any Game and Watch. I want to get those, but those are expensive as well. Of course, I had those, back then. Oh, you still have your original Donkey Kong Jr., so that's pretty cool, man. Yeah, I like those. Those were fun. They were kind of like magic. You could get your own little computer game. That was cool. TCR. Okay, so they made also slot cars. The flight deck lasted just one 1 week when I got it on Christmas. Okay, so did it last just 1 week because it broke or it got boring? Flight deck 1 hour to set up. The fishing line, 1 minute fun. Yeah, I figure so. As much. My child wanted in a box at my parents' room. Probably a mix of. Oh, that's cool that you still have those. No, if you want them, I'd happily send them to you. If you no, no, no. I mean, you keep your toy soldiers, or you find someone closer that really likes them, or if you find any kids, give it to them to play with, because it's actually good to play war, because it's not about killing other people. It's about planning, cooperating, using strategy, also playing with your friends. You have to actually get along, because if you get pissed off at each other because someone wins, or your troops loses, you're not gonna get to play anymore. So you have to learn to compromise to keep playing. So yeah, kids should have your toy soldiers, I think, man. But thanks for thinking of me. Anyways, man, we've been doing this for an hour and 18 minutes, and it was just supposed to be like a trial thing. My many nephews had great fun with cars. It's not all video games. Yeah, no. If I mean, my son played a lot of computer games, but as soon as I showed him my plastic toy soldiers, and also had to tell him that the beige ones or the tan ones are not in the same team. One is the Eighth Army, one is the German Africa Corps, and they're actually opposing forces. Once he got that, and he got some friends that he played out with in the sandbox outside, and I just handed them a big plastic bag of toy soldiers. They worked it out, and they played for hours and hours. It's just that when you're a kid these days, what you kind of get fed from your friends and other things like that is computer games and all the internet stuff. So you have to kind of just show them that this is available. There's toy cars you can play with. My son had a lot of those from the movie Cars, the Disney Pixar movie had a lot of those cars. They play with a lot. He played with toy soldiers. He played with Hot Wheels cars as well. He played with dinosaurs. We did like a whole dinosaur thing set up out in the sandbox as well. I made a river for them and trees and like a jungle. So as long as you just present them with um, real world toys, you can touch. They're all game, man. It's not a problem, but they're not going to find it themselves. So that's kind of our mission. James Viola, that's what I was thinking about. He actually put some toy soldiers out in one of the playgrounds. Just left them out there when he was out with his son. Hopefully, kids will find them and play with them. Let's see some more comments, and then we gotta go, man. Let's see if you girlfriend with cars. Hey, great live. I don't know. It's a fair live. It's okay. Being great. Do it again. Sorry, I'm late. Yeah. What happened, man? You're supposed to be here an hour ago. I'm sorry. Uh, first live stream here. Please do another. Yeah, I'm gonna do more live streams, but we gotta organize this shit. I gotta put on, like I said, on the community thing, ask some questions beforehand, or you can ask questions beforehand, I should say, and it'll be easy. Yeah, Atari first video game. Yeah, we had Pong. Beep, beep, beep. You had me searching for Matchbox counterattacks that I bought. Yeah, the Matchbox counterattack set. Yeah, it's not easy to find and it's expensive, but it's. I think it beats the Airfix combat packs. Actually, I think it's really really nice playset. Yeah, dinosaurs. You can't grow up from dinosaurs. Dinosaurs. What's that? Where's that meme? You know, of the dog dinosaurs. My flight deck 2 was better. Yeah, I think the flight deck 2 was better because then you actually because you shot it with the plane and it turned around and just instead of dropping it. So I think the second one was a bit better. I think there's a video on Johnny Carson. Is it Johnny Carson? Where they play with a US version of that, probably from Mark's, where there's like a full hangar ship. So you can actually go on YouTube and find Johnny Carson and what's his sidekick playing with that kind of a toy. It's kind of fun. I still have it. Oh, you still have that from the container set is really good, and you still have that. That's cool. What was the Italian version of Airfit? It was like I'm not sure. Alitan? No, you mean Atlantic? Are you on Instagram? Yeah, I'm on Instagram, but it's like nothing. I'd never post on Instagram. Plastic General. Let's do a split screen live show together. You know it, my brother. That would be so much fun. You are the GOAT. And you have to teach me everything about US toy soldiers. Hey, Iggy. I love you too, man. Keep posting. Keep putting up videos. Oh, I can't. There's so many. Ed McMahon. Yeah, that's right. Johnny Carson, Ed McMahon. They're playing with that kind of a thing like that. That's cool. Jerry, opinion on King and Country Toy Soldiers. I have no opinion on that because I don't collect that because they're all painted and more recent. So I just don't. I mean, they're great. They look cool, but I just don't connect. So I can't collect them, and I can't spend that money collecting something where there's so much other stupid shit I want to collect that I don't have yet. So, and that kind of connects with me on a more emotional, nostalgic. Yeah, sure. Ed McMahon was a pilot. I used to love that to be Five Mastics. Yeah, everything, all those. So you could find Mastics with Ed McMahon. Italiere got it. Italian fix, yeah, Swedish chef. All right. I there's so many comments. We could keep going forever and ever. It's almost hour and a half now. But anyway, so let's do this next time. I'll put in the community thing like maybe a week in advance before the next live, so everybody can get their beers and gin and tonic together, and then ask about things that you want to know, if you want to know anything. And maybe I could bring out some toys or stuff like that. We can talk about certain things and make it a little bit more coherent than just hanging out chatting, because it's fun once or twice, but I think in the end just or maybe it's just fun chatting. But anyways, I wanted to do it a little bit more organized and everything. So sorry for not answering the latest questions in the chat coming in, but I gotta go. I gotta finish this beer and I gotta go to bed, because tomorrow I gotta do something else. I can't remember. There's always something to do, right? But anyways, thanks for dropping by, I guess, and catch you guys in the next live. Cheers. Yeah. And I don't even know how to stop this. Oh, it says stop stream. Okay. So that's how you stop the stream. You press the one that says stop stream. All right. Bye, guys.